Hey guys, day number 2 of learning about Peanut, the dairy cow that we adopted. 4th grade, Jefferson adopted Peanut. Remember yesterday we talked about Peanut weighing 85 pounds when she was born. She's called a heifer because that's what we call a female calf. She's also a Holstein. That's her breed. Remember there were how many types? How many breeds? 6. There were 6. And she's a Holstein. Look at that coloring. That's how they make that decision. All right, so we have 4 more questions related to Peanut today that we're going to solve in math. All right, you also have a handout all typed up that matches each of the problems. So you're going to do your work in here just like yesterday. And the first problem is about the milk. You're going to find out the least amount of milk, so you're going to use the smallest number that I'm reading here. The least amount of milk Peanut can produce in a day, but it's going to be ounces, and ounces aren't written here. So here's our problem. On average, a dairy cow can produce 8 to 10 gallons of milk a day. Remember yesterday we learned it took 48 hours for the milk to get there from Peanut to the store. That's pretty quick. So remember, we're going to do the least amount per day. So you're going to take that least number, 8. Okay, we're going to do the low end of the average of about how much. So to do that, you need to know that 1 gallon is equal to 128 ounces. One gallon holds 128 ounces. That's not a lot. Ounces are not a lot. Okay, how many is that? The least amount that the average dairy cow that Peanut could produce. Okay, so that's question number 1. Question number 2 is about water. Dairy cows drink 25 to 50 gallons of water a day. 25 to 50. So again, that's that range. On the low end is 25, on the high end 50 gallons. Gallons of milk, think of gallons. But it's water this time. That's about a bathtub full. They drink that every day. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I know I don't drink enough water. All right, so the question is, what is the most water Peanut can drink in a day in cups? Now this one gives it to you in gallons. You want to convert that. That's what we call it when we change it. Convert it to cups. Well, to do that, you need to know how many cups are in a gallon. How many cups are in a gallon? Do you know? There are 16. There are 16 cups in 1 gallon. Now you're going to go on the high end. So this time it wants the most. So you're going to take that high number and convert that into cups. Or that's problem 2. Number 3, we've got feed. We're going to feed Peanut. Well, they're going to feed it because we can't afford to do this. Dairy cows eat 100 pounds of feed a day, every single day. 100 pounds of feed. That's like eating 300 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every single day. I would not recommend that, okay? So the question today is how much feed can Peanut eat in a day in ounces? So in the milk we talked about ounces, and in that it's fluid. We call it fluid ounces because that's liquid, and there were 128 fluid ounces in a gallon. Well, now we're talking about solids, and so food and solids, 16 ounces is what makes a pound. And they're eating 100 pounds of food a day, and you want to turn that to ounces. 16 ounces. Okay, now we don't do double-digit multiplication, but look for your basic fact. You know what I mean. We do that all the time. Last but not least, our 4th and final question. What is the greatest amount of time Peanut will be milked in a week? Okay, so that's the question. Here's the facts. Dairy cows are milked 2 to 3 times a day. It only takes about 5 to 7 minutes for a cow to be milked, but they do that 2 to 3 times a day. Okay. What is the greatest, so you're going to go with the big numbers, you're going to go with the high end, the 3s and the 7s. What is the greatest amount of time Peanut will be milked in a week? Okay, think about how many days are in a week. Yep, 7. Okay. How many hours are in a minute? Or how many minutes are in an hour? Totally did that backwards. 60 minutes in an hour. Okay. So you have to do a little bit of converting here. What is the greatest amount of time Peanut will be milked in a week? All right. So solve all these on the half sheet. You're going to answer them all in Edpuzzle. Good luck.